Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers. We're on planet Venus and this is episode 4. So I've done 2 lots of mining. I came back in to empty my waste tanks and fill up my oxygen tanks. I did it exactly the same way as I did it before. And I've got a bunch of resources here. You can see I've got a lot. I don't know if it's enough. We'll find out very soon. Um, I'm running out of oxygen though, and we've got to get this going. Okay, so I've got a ton of iron, so that's good. I actually want to put my tool printer on this square, so I need to make a couple of I have to make a locker, at least one locker. I might put it right here, something like that. Okay, now I've left my arc furnace running. I think we'll empty our waste tanks and we'll get all this silicon in the arc furnace. So anyway, let's get our tablet out and empty our waste tanks. Close that door. There we go. Boom, boom. Why did it appear up there? That's a bit silly. Oh, I had that one there as well. Okay, close, close. And we'll put this one here. We'll empty that as well. Okay, and there we go. Waste tank's done. We can close that now. And we can run some stuff through this arc furnace. We probably need a bit of iron because we need to make our tool printer. Now, I haven't really got enough cobalt for what I want to do. We've got 24 plus 24. We've got 48. I really need another 25 or so. Or, a stack and a half is generally what works on Venus. This is a giant mess that needs to be sorted out. Some of this iron will be used to make lockers. Do we have any iron at all? We've got 34. We need, what, 20 for our tool printer? Okay, well, I did this. Oh, that's not very much, actually. We'll chuck it all in there. We'll get our resources out of the machine and we'll figure out what we've got here. Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll be able to do one iron at least. So let's get a locker and figure everything out. Now, the other thing I did, and you can see I've got a pipe here. I made 2 more pipes and added 1 pipe here to increase the capacity of this so that it can store all my oxygen. Because when I filled my oxygen tanks, I was worried about blowing this pipe up. So we've got a bit more capacity there to work with. Okay, now let's take stock of what we've got. I'm going to need to make a lot of cables, I think. How many cables have I got? 30. I've got to do all of this and connect all this up. And because we don't have enough cobalt, I got a feeling we're going to have to yeah, we're going to have to use our welder torch. Now, we only need to do 2 more welds with our welder torch. Oh, there's a 44 here. Okay. And the 2 welds are for our tool printer, basically. So we'll figure that out in a second. Let's just have a look. Let's just make sure we've got all the coal we need. I don't think we can do 3 stacks. I don't think we've got enough iron. Oh, we might do. I do want to do some iron as iron. We need one of these irons to be used with to make invar, and we need one of these coppers to make. Oh, I've only got a 48 here. Okay, well, we'll just do 96 Constantan. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be our Constantan. That's going to be our invar. This is going to be steel. That's going to be steel. Now we've got more that needs to be done as well. We're going to arc furnace this. We're going to arc furnace that. Lead. Okay, we need to do our solder as well, and we haven't quite got a full stack of that, but we're close enough. We can do 49 and 49, and we'll put that down there. Okay, and what does that leave us with? A couple of stacks of copper. Which we can just arc furnace. And we got a lot of gold. Now, some of this gold is going to be used to make electrum. And this gold and that gold can all be arc furnaced as well. And all this iron can be arc furnaced. So we could do another stack of steel if we wanted to. We could get 600, or not quite 600 steel. 48. What's 48 times 3? 120 plus 24, 144. 144. So we go 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if we wanted to, we could turn all that into steel as well. So 144 plus 48, and we could arc furnace everything else. Uh, do I have any more silver? Yeah, I do. Okay, we have to work this out as well. Okay, so that electrum. Okay, yep, I think we do that. 53 iron arc furnace. Okay, so that's what I wanted to figure out. Let's just run this, and the machine will get going. Good. We can 49, 49, 50. Yep. I'm just checking before I throw this in the arc furnace. I do not want to go outside again. That's hell out there. Okay, and there goes our light. Okay, we've got to sort out a lot of stuff. I think our drill battery. Oh, all my tools kept getting emptied as well. Now, see how this keeps creeping up like this? It's a bit of a problem. You can fix it by dragging the window and clicking this, and there we go, it goes to the bottom. If it doesn't work, what you do is you switch belts, drag it, and then click it, and it goes to the bottom. You get this null reference exception there. I don't even know why that happens, but yeah, that's just a little trick that I know. Anyway, yeah, so we need some copper, we need some gold. Well, we'll do the copper first because that'll be quicker than the gold. The gold will take ages to get done, and we'll run all the silicon through here as well, and that'll hopefully we don't have any problems here. Let's have a quick look and make sure that's fine. What about this? We might actually have problems with that liquid tank. Maybe we should add to that capacity a little bit. Okay, we just got a ton of iron, which is good. If we get a little bit of copper in this machine, and that's more than a little bit, but okay, we can start our tool printer. And we need to do 2 welds with our tool manufactory, and yeah, we'll chuck that up in there. And we need a bit more copper as well, because what I need to do here is I need to make an atmospherics. But the first thing we'll do is we'll add to the capacity of this thing here. We'll chuck another big large tank here. Should we add to the capacity of this one as well? We're all set up and ready to go. I don't know, actually, it's tempting. And we got 3 iron left. I don't know, we'll chuck it in there. Okay. Oh, and we need to add to the capacity of this thing as well. So we'll get a couple of these things. And we are dying. We've got this extra pipe here. We'll chuck it there. I took this out of my backpack because it was just taking up space. Yeah, let's get another pipe utility liquid. And let's just make absolutely certain that this thing here is fine. Now, that locker might get in the way. So we might have to make a liquid pipe and wrap it round. We'll have a quick look. We'll see what happens there. Okay, and actually, no, we can, yeah, we can use this. It's fine. Alternatively, we just make a couple of liquid pipes and put them alongside each other or down like this. I don't know. I'm just going to do this for now. And I'm going to do this for now as well. Okay, so that should have doubled the capacity of this thing. It's now 200. And this thing here now is fine for pressure. This thing here can hold a lot more liquid, I hope. A lot of this is going to expand and cool everything down. That's fine. And we're hoping the cold gas that we produce in our arc furnace will cool this down even more. Now, we're down to hardly any oxygen left. So when I fill my oxygen tanks up next time, that'll be it. I'll have no more oxygen left. And I'll have to basically try and pull the oxygen out of here. We've got 1.5k moles in there. We have to filter it out and cool it down. So we're going to have to make some atmospheric scissors. Okay, there's some copper. Okay, we don't have enough iron in that machine. Okay, well, we'll chuck that there. Chuck this here. Oh, we've got a tool manufactory now. Okay, cool. And I want to put this tool manufacturer in here, but we're going to have to move all that stuff first. But we do need a few extra bits and pieces to make this thing. We're going to need some plastic sheets. Okay, just checking that wasn't on. And we're going to need 2 iron sheets as well. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have to eat and drink in a moment as well. Okay, so this this should be good for our tool manufactory. Fantastic. And we'll pull this stuff out. And so because we're going to have to use this welding torch, how much is actually in there? That would be a good thing to know. 41 moles, okay, but we're going to be welding with it, so we're going to use up a bit of it. But yeah, that combined with our cobalt is enough to make our invar. We're not going to have a problem then. And okay, we want this in here, and we want that in there. And no one saw that. That never happened. Okay, and well, I'll chuck that in there. Let's chuck our silicon. Oh, we pulled it all out, didn't we? Yeah, well, we'll chuck our silicon in here. And what we want to make is, we want to make a couple of utilities still. So, because I want to add to the capacity of this, I want to put another one of these big tanks down here, just so that when I empty the degassed stuff out of the furnace, I've got plenty of capacity for it. Oh, there's a dead water bottle, by the way. Put that there. We've got no locker space left. We'll get one of these, and then we'll make ourselves an atmospherics. So we'll make one to basically a filtration machine to pull everything out, to separate the hydrogen and oxygen in our welding torch canister, which means we're also going to need a filter, an oxygen filter. Speaking of filters, oh, there we go, filter oxygen. We lost a carbon dioxide one, so I'm going to have to do something about that. We're going to need a bunch of pipes for what I want to do. So, yeah, there we go.
Hunger caution.
This filter here, I think we'll set the filtration up. I think we'll just set it up in this airlock, actually. That way it'll be easier to empty the gas canister, and we'll just have it poke out the bottom of the door here. Anyway, this bit here is done, so we can go ahead and do that. There we go. So the furnace is all set up. We just need the filtration machine now. So let's get atmospherics, and we'll hit this button so when you produce one. We're still churning out the resources, which is good. We don't need to eat and drink just yet, but we will need to soon. Now, things that we need to do, we need to get this this connected up, and it's pretty easy to do. We just connect the holes. There we go, and around. We get all the curvy bits in place first, and then we just have to do this. Now, oh, that would have worked. Okay, and
Health critical.
there we go. And now we need to connect this thing up to this thing. And how are we going to do this? We're going to separate out the hydrogen and oxygen, and then we're going to blow the oxygen into this section here, and then suck it into there. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more pipes for this. Okay, we've got our filtration machine anyway, and I think I'm going to need more cables to cable everything up. So we'll get a bunch of cables going while we figure out the placement of this thing. So filtration machine, and yeah, actually, I know we can just put it there. It doesn't matter if the pipe goes through the door. The unfiltered here. Okay, so the hydrogen is going to come out here, the oxygen is going to come out there, and we need an active vent attached to this thing here. Okay, and we need pipes to build this thing as well. Okay, we're churning out a bunch of cables now. Some cables sometimes end up in there. They didn't. It's fine. Okay, and we'll get one more. Hopefully this is enough cables. We also need 4 cables to build our machine as well. This can go in there. There we go. And we need pipes. Let's get this going. Pipes. Okay, and I'm going to need to make another atmospherics as well. An air conditioner. But first, let's get the rest of this stuff done first. We're going to need quite a few of these things, I think. We'll get 4 to begin with, and we'll see what we can do with those 4. And we've got this one here as well. So there's going to be a pipe come out there. That's where the oxygen's going to sit, because that's the filtered. And we're going to have a pipe out here. We're going to have an active vent attached to that. We're going to have a pipe come around here, and that'll suck the stuff into the filtration machine. And now we're going to need to have a pipe down here as well. And, oh, that didn't use up a pipe. And into an active vent right there. Okay, that's good. That used up all our pipes. Everything's done. Oh no, we need 2 more pipes to build the machine. Okay, it was time we ate and drank, I think. Let's just build this filtration machine, and then we'll figure out what we're doing after that. Okay, look, there we go. And you need cables, I think, for this as well. And where does it connect? Connects in the back there. Okay, well we'll go down there, and I don't know. We'll go up. I think we actually want to go like that as well, because we're going to send it over here to connect to this active vent, and we actually need to connect up
Power critical.
to there as well. So we're at 7% health, so we gotta put a stop to this, and our power is critical. Everything's critical. There's flashing icons galore in the top right hand corner there. So we'll figure out the power first, and we'll. Oh, that one was almost gone as well. Okay, cool, that's done. Now we put this on blow, and we fill this room up with air that we can breathe. Okay, take our helmet off. We can breathe. And there we go, we grab that, and oh no, we are basically out of cereal bars. That box is empty. Okay, now we need some water. And I don't know, we'll go all the way up to like 70, 75, 74. That sounds good to me. Okay, let's get our suit back on, and then suck this stuff back into the pipe where the oxygen belongs. And we're going to need to fill our air tanks as well. That's a big problem as well. So we'll do that right now. Oh, we need batteries for that. We got no power. This is a 0% battery. Wow. Okay, yeah, I really chewed through my batteries like crazy when I was mining. Okay, we need a pipe. Well, we've got a pipe right there that we can use. And we can chuck this up here. Chuck that there, and I think this is going to be the end of our oxygen tank. Oopsies, because I don't think we have enough oxygen in there just to fill 2 canisters up. First thing we'll do is we'll put one canister in there. We'll put this on blow, and then we'll output some gas. We'll get it to like a couple of thousand, and then we'll move over to our white tank. Okay, that's fine, and we'll get this thing filled up. And I think we can just pour this gas out like crazy. I don't think it's a problem. Well, 9,400. We went a bit too far then, and that's it. It's gone. It's empty. It's done. Okay, we can rip that tank up now. And what we'll do is we'll breathe this oxygen and have that as our backup. All our oxygen is currently on us. Oh, there is some in that pipe there as well. You know what we'll do? Because we won't be going through waste tanks for a while. We'll get that little bit in there as well. And we'll move. No. Okay, and we'll breathe this stuff
Air
here
tank
first.
critical.
Oh,
Air
whoopsies.
tank low.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And there's nothing in here, right? Like, we can suck all that out of that pipe and stick it in there, but I might just use it to just keep popping this thing up as we work, and slowly pull the oxygen bit by bit out of that machine until it's like not worth doing anymore, and then we'll just blow the rest out. In which case, yeah, I don't want this here, I want this here. And yeah, we're gonna just blow it all out. It's fine. And okay, power again. This thing gets chewed up. Our batteries got, yeah, like I said, they copped a beating. They copped one hell of a beating. And we got no battery in there. That's a 78. And did we do our mining drill? Yeah, we did. Okay, at least our mining drill is full anyway. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. We got distracted for long enough. Okay, the filter goes in here, in one of those 2 slots. It doesn't matter which one. And we need to get the wiring in place. So that's what we were doing last time we checked. Last time when we stopped for eating and drinking. And okay, cool. Get in there. There we go. And what we're going to do is we need to connect this up to the top there. So we'll go up here and we'll just go around like this and like that.
Health low.
And like that. There we go. And now we're going to have two active vents along here. So I think what we'll end up having to do is bring this around here. Well, we don't need that active vent yet. We can get that oxygen out later. And then we're going to need our tool printer, which I think connects down here. And we need 4 cables for our printer as well. Okay, yeah, okay. We're fine. And let's get rid of these things. Let's just get them completely out of the way. And yeah, our tool manufacturer is going to go here. Now, we're not going to build it just yet. Because there's it's a bit painful. We have to suck the welder gases out of here. I might actually suck them into my furnace for the second stage of my furnacing. First stage of our furnacing will be degassing all of this stuff, everything except the cobalt. We're going to also make solder at the same time because that's a low temperature alloy. And then the next stage of our furnacing, oh, and we're also going to degas this gold. And then the next stage of our furnacing is when we actually make all our stuff. This gold here we don't need. We're only going to make 100 electrum. I don't want to degas too much silver in there because it'll get too cold in there. Okay, which means we don't need this gold here. That can be turned into something awesome. And we are slowly accumulating stuff. Cool. 50-50. Good, good, good. A lot of copper. We got a lot of copper. We are running out of iron, though. Maybe I'm going overboard on the iron. I need more iron. This is, yeah. So maybe we're not going to turn this into steel. Maybe instead we'll just arc furnace a bunch of it. In fact, let's just save this coal for later. Can it just sit up there? Yep. And let's just turn all this into iron. Okay, and we're getting 400 steel. I mean, we could have gotten more, but we'll make more later. We should have a lot of hot gas left over after we do all this. Okay, now, first stage of our furnacing. Oh, hang on, I haven't connected this cable up here yet. There we go. 6 cables left. First stage of our furnacing, we want to put a little bit of gas in this furnace, and then we're going to degas everything except the cobalt and the silver. And we have to see how many moles of oxygen, how many moles of hydrogen or volatiles are left in this tank before we decide how much silver we're going to put through. So we're going to do electrum and we're going to do a little bit of silver as well. But for now, we're actually all set to degas. So we want the input to be the lever. So let's find it. I've only got one lever on the system, and the variable is going to be open. Okay, so when I pull this lever, that gives us a 1. Fantastic. And when this thing receives a 1, it does whatever we tell it to do. So we want the logic reader. We've only got the 1 on the circuit. That's great. The output's going to be that active vent furnace, and the variable is going to be on. So now when we pull this lever...
Air tank critical.
Oh, it's fine. We want to...
Air tank low.
Oh, it didn't give us very much, did it? Okay, I thought we'd get more. No, we don't. Okay.
Air tank low.
Okay, so we have to blow the rest of this out here. It shouldn't be very much in here. Just a tiny bit. That's fine. Is that pipe done? Yes, it is. Okay, we can turn this off. Put this on here and just have it join the rest of our oxygen.
Air tank critical.
It's fine. Okay, on. We'll get all that out. Good, it's gone. Fantastic. And we want to get rid of this here as well. And we'll put that back there. And this thing here is done. It's completely done. It's donezo. So, well, we'll rip that up a bit later. That's a job we can do while we're waiting for the furnace to empty. Okay, so what we want to do to begin with is we want to get a little bit of gas in this furnace. All the levers are on, that's good. This volume pump's ready to pump out. Get a little bit of gas in this furnace and we have to start degassing. So, yeah, let's pull the lever just for a second. And there we go, we've got a bit of gas in there. Now the first thing we'll do is we'll degas our coal. And that'll release a lot of pressure in there, and the temperature should stay high enough. And there we go. Because coal tends to, you know, heat up the furnace. Well, not heat it up, but, you know, it's hot gas that's released, not cold gas. All these other things release like 20-degree gas, but the coal releases like 160-degree gas, something like that. Okay, so
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical. Low pressure.
quiet you. I forgot about that. Okay, and we're just systematically going through all our steel or future steel and just getting that degas. So there's no gas left in it. So when I put it in the furnace later, it won't release gas into the furnace and cool everything down. Now we're probably, yeah, we are. We're cool enough now to make solder. So we'll do that now. Get in there, make me my solder. And once this is all processed, we should have solder available. There we go, 98 solder. Okay, cool. There's our first alloy made. Get in there. We'll deal with you later. And now we have to go back to degassing. Now this is going to be our constant tan, so we'll get that degassed. So we'll end up making 96 constant tan. And we want to get these in as well. And these ones here are going to be our invar. So we'll end up making 100 invar. Okay, now I won't normally degas stuff on screen. It's a little boring to watch someone just run stuff through a furnace and pull it out the other side. Okay, all of this is degassed. Now the thing we're missing is our electrum. Yeah, so the 5 alloy, we're making all 5 alloys at once. We're making a ton of steel, some constant tan, some invar. We've already made some solder, which is hard to pick up because of the cable. So it's just the electrum left, and we want to degas this gold too. Okay, get that through there. We don't want to degas the silver because we need the nitrous as that silver releases. And okay, there we go. And that's degassed. Everything's degassed. Now we have to empty the furnace. Now we should be accumulating some liquids in here. It's all evaporating, but yeah, this is full of liquids. But anything that seeps into these pipes gets turned into liquids. And now we run this volume pump, and it all goes into here. And any liquids that end up in here will end up in there instead, and they'll go into this system here. So hopefully we don't end up with too many liquids. We might. Maybe I should have. I should have. Yeah, I made too many of these pipes. When I added the capacity of that, I should have pulled pipes off here instead. And it doesn't matter. I think we'll be fine. The capacity is 200 liters, so we should be okay. Now we just have to wait for all this to
Hydration critical.
wait for all this to evacuate. That's pretty much what we're doing now. And while we're waiting for that to evacuate, there is a ton of things we got to get going. We got to get doing. That filtration system has to be set up. This has to be welded. Actually, I want to weld this when this thing is empty, and then I want to suck my welder juices into this furnace. Yeah, so this vent here will be first. We're going to be moving this around quite a bit. The first place it's going to go is here, and it's going to be sucking welder juices into an empty furnace. Then we're going to rip it up and we're going to put it there, and we're going to suck out our our gas from our fuel canister into that pipe there. We're going to run the filtration machine, and then we're going to chuck it here, and we're going to blow the hydrogen into this section here. Then we're going to pick it up, put it down there, and then suck it in there. So this thing's just going to do a full circuit, there to there to there to there. Interesting stuff. Okay, and we're not building this yet. This coal, I don't know, it can just sit in my belt for now. Um, yeah, we have to figure out how much silver we need. We're not going to know that until we do our welding. Now this is taking its time. So yeah, one thing I've forgotten is I do need to get some cables down in here. Oh, we can run it through this door here and out to there, or we can run it down the side of the wall here. I don't know. We'll go through the door. It means I need to make more cables because I need cables to make my tool printer. So we need one cable for there, and we're going to need another 4 more for the tool printer. Now our solder's going in here, and let's go back to cables. Let's actually just make a bunch of them. It'll be fine. Okay, hopefully this all makes sense. It makes sense to me. That's what counts. Is that arc furnace not running anymore? Have we gotten everything? Okay, we got a ton of iron. We want more in there. And we probably, I don't know, we'll put some there. And I don't know, we'll chuck 44 in there. The gold can go in here. And the silicon can go up here for making an insulated tank. So after I've done all my furnacing, I've got all my hot gases sitting in the furnace. I'm going to want to save those gases, which means I want to pour them into an insulated tank. That'll do all those for now. So what we're going to do is we want to have our tank ready to go, insulated tank. So we just shove the steel in this machine, we make the tank, then we make a bunch of insulated pipes, and then we race out here. We rip this thing up here, this one here, run an insulated pipe up and around to the middle, and then we slap a tank on that frame. And that's the plan. And save those gases. And then the next thing after that is we're probably going to want to start heavy cabling because we're going to make a station battery. But before we make the station battery, we are going to, yeah, it's actually quite tricky. We're going to want some silicon in here. We want to expand the base. Steel walls, plastic sheets. We want to expand the base out, and we want to pull these machines out of this room. We want to put them all basically in this area here. Furnace is in the way. It's annoying. But yeah, I want to rip up this frame and put a frame underneath it, and build out that in that direction there. Maybe we can rip up this frame as well. I don't know. The furnace we might use a few times. How are we looking? We've still got more to go. So we've still got quite a bit to go. So yeah, I think we start the heavy cabling process now. We just start getting heavy cables, and we're going to upgrade the cabling on our entire power array to heavy cables. Now before I get this tank, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I want this stuff back in here because we're going to make an atmospherics. I should get the plastic ready to go so that when we start plasticking everything, when we start walling everything, we have the plastic ready to go. So, you know, make like 50 plastic sheets or something like that would be nice. We'll just let that run. We'll let that run. In this machine here, we want an air conditioner. We want to be set and ready to go so we can air condition our gases. So we've got a lot of things building at once at the moment. Multitasking while we wait for that furnace to empty. There's 10 plastic sheets. We don't really have the storage. Maybe I don't know where to slap another locker, but we do need another locker down somewhere. No, we can stick shelves on these walls, I guess. That might be a decent idea. This arc furnace seems to be done now. Did we make that machine? Yeah, we did. Okay, that's done. Oh, we need to get the tank ready again. Okay. Just looking for things to do while we wait for that furnace to empty. So we can use this time productively. No, we don't want that. We want to have a tank ready to go, insulated tank. There we go. And let's start racking up a bunch of these. We don't want to chew through too much of our gold, though. We want to save some for making stuff. There's our atmospherics. It's going to be air conditioner. It's going to go in this room. along with that filtration machine is also going to go in this room. And we've got 30 plastic sheets. It's not enough. We need more. Let's keep going. And we don't need any more pipes. Okay, we can multitask some more. We're doing multitasking at the moment. Just keeping our batteries topped up. I need to go and look at my tool batteries as well. We got 21 of these things. These things are piling up like crazy. Let's hope they're not falling through there. Now my arc furnace is switched on. I think I need to turn that off. So let's stop here for now. We only need 4 more actually. I stop at 50 because that's a full stack. We'll start a new stack, and we've got space issues as it is. Yeah, we can use some of this iron to make some lockers. Yeah, keep churning out those heavy cables. Yeah, let's stick some shelving around the place so that we've got a bit more storage for storing stuff. Because it is quite a problem at the moment. We'll get a couple of shelves. Now I'm not sure if the arc furnace is done, but one way to check is to turn it off, cycle this button back and forth, back to activate, off activate, then back on activate, then turn it back on again. And if there's something in my import slot, the arc furnace would start. It's not starting, so the arc furnace is done. Okay, so we can turn those machines off and conserve some power. Unless I want to empty my waste tank, which I could really quickly. Just shove it in there. Whoa, did you hear that? There's a problem. We've got an issue. Something is groaning. It's probably the liquid tank. The pressure in there is probably too high. No. This is fine. What on earth happened? I don't know, I heard groaning. Let's get an atmosphere going somewhere and see if we can figure that groaning out. Figure out where it is. So we got 40 cables. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Probably not. But okay, well. Oh, is this the problem? No. Oh, this. Pressure is dangerously high. It's actually fine. It can get as high as 6 megapascals before it bursts. So it's just too much is evaporated in there. We can get a purge valve on here. Anyway, this furnace is still not empty. Oh my god. Okay, so we figured it out. It's this thing here that's groaning away like crazy. It's not a problem. We don't need to purge the gas out. It's actually easy to do. We just rip this off, chuck a purge valve here, and we can purge that pressure back to where we want it to be. Quiet, lady. So at the moment, not everything's liquefying. It's not actually cold enough for that. But yeah, we can liquefy all this stuff out later. It's fine. Now in here we've got a lot of CO2. This is beautiful gas. We just need to cool it down another 30 degrees or so, and there we go. We've got ourselves a greenhouse. It's actually fantastic. I'm going to get some more cables because I want a full stack of them anyway. And this plastic here, I don't know what we do with this plastic. We'll just chuck it there. We do need to, we've got these things here now. We do need to get the silicon back into this machine here in anticipation of making our tank. So we'll go there. And the iron can go just about anywhere. We'll just chuck it back in the machine. We got 44 cables. Okay, we need 6 more to make a full stack. We'll chuck a shelf here, and we'll chuck one there. That looks ugly. That looks ugly. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know. There's probably other places we can chuck this shelf. We can chuck it straight down there if we want to and store stuff in there. One more. And whoop, there we go. Full stack of heavy cables ready to go outside. Actually, I know where to chuck this. Where is it? We should chuck it in our in here somewhere. So we'll have a shelf along here, and yeah, okay. Our power, we have to move. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of stuff to do. Plastic, yoink. That can go there, and we're going to get some of these pipes back. So we don't need to build any pipes for this machine here, but I want it to stay in here because we're going to use it in here. Um, Frames. We got some more frames here. I just need to make some iron sheets to go with them, and we can use them to build out our base. Is this done yet? It's almost done. But we really don't want to do any furnacing if unless we're all happy and set up and prepared. Oh, this thing here was done, so we can turn that off, close that, and let's get all our battery power up to speed. Some of these other batteries need a bit of help as well. And that one there is 99. No, that one there is 74. It's no good. Okay, so let's just get a tiny bit of food and well, a lot of food and a tiny bit of water in us. Where's my vent? Oh, I've put it down here. We'll put it back a bit later on. But yeah, we're churning. We're really chugging through our food and water so quickly. It's kind of crazy, actually. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, turn that off. We can take our suit off. That's just that pipe I pointed out before. Yeah, that one's done. We're going to need to get some more food in this room now. And we don't need much water. Just, I don't know, 23 will do. Okay, put this back on. And put that on. Suck it all out. Cool. There we go. And we can open everything back up again now. And get this in place. And let's do everything in the right order. Okay, first thing we do is weld this thing and get this thing done. Then we start sucking it into the furnace. And then we chuck it, the active vent down here. We suck out whatever's left of our welding torch, and then our welding torch will be done. We run the filtration machine. Quiet lady. We run the filtration machine. We suck out, we separate the two things, and we pick up the active vent. We chuck it down here, ready to go. No, we don't want to suck it. We just want to leave the hydrogen. Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, we don't suck it out. We leave it there. We do our silver and our gold. We get our electrum all set up, and then we suck the hydrogen in. No. First, we get the furnace up. We get our electrum. Then we suck the hydrogen in, and we run the cobalt through. And then we chuck the invar in there, ready to be done. Okay, so we're all figured out. This furnace is now emptied. Got everything all in order. I find it's just incredibly useful to kind of say it out loud and get everything in your head right, the order in which everything has to happen. Otherwise, you mess up the order and everything goes very bad very quickly. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is weld. Yep, we're just going to weld and get a little bit of pressure, a little bit of gas in here. We're just going to use our hot welder gas to prime our furnace so that we can get our silver processed. Yeah, that's fine. And the gold and the silver is going in there. So yeah, this thing has to be closed. This gold is going in. It's not going to process because there's no gases in there, but there's about to be because we're going to run this thing here. We've turned the volume pump off. Good. And let's get welding. Get the cables there and weld the plastic. Oh, something I didn't consider. I can't build anything in this tool printer because I can't access these things here. Actually, if I open the door, yeah, I can, even without the door open, I can actually stick stuff in. Getting stuff out is a problem. I'm going to need, what, two chutes if I circle around. I just need two chutes. So that's not actually an issue. Okay, so, yep, we've got a vacuum in here. All that gas from our welder has gone into here now. 712 degrees and dropping fast. Let's get our silicon in there, our silver in there. And that's processing. It didn't finish processing. It got too cold. Okay, we need to get the pressure in there up anyway. Yeah, to make electrum. I think you only need 800 kilopascals. And there we go. Oh, you need 600 Kelvin as well. Keep going. It's too cold. 600 Kelvin. 555. 572. 592. And 603. And there we go. Electrum. This one is done. Cool. Okay, next thing I want to do is I actually want to get some silver in the furnace. Um, I wanted to check what is this at. We don't need that welder anymore. 41 moles. So how much is it? 41.1. Okay, 42. Let's say 42 plus 48 is 90. So we can actually do quite a lot of silver. We can put quite a lot in. This is going to get it super hot. Maybe too hot, actually. Maybe we don't put all of this in. Maybe we don't empty it completely, or we don't run the full filtration machine. I'd rather do like 30, just to be safe. Okay, because this is going to cool the furnace down. So we'll chuck this 30 in, and this is cooling the furnace down. We need it above 600 Kelvin to get our silver. So, yep, there we go. Not quite there. 589. 597, are you kidding me? And there we go. And silver. Okay, we've got some silver. That's great. Now, in this furnace, we should have, yes, we've got 78.6 moles of nitrous. So we want, we want 79 moles of, oh, we've got some stuff in there. So yeah, 80. It's basically 80. 80 moles. So we need 80 moles of hydrogen to go with it. We don't have to do all this cobalt, I guess. But okay. Anyway, so next step, we go into here. We get the active vent. I'll put this here. Put that there. Why are all my tools the wrong way around? Let's grab this vent. We don't need this open anymore. That's done. We grab this vent here. And what we're going to do is we're going to suck it all into this pipe. I wish there was a way to not get all of it. We will turn this on. And I don't know, we'll go open and close straight away. We got it all. Yeah, okay, well, let's run this thing here. It's fine. I think we emptied it completely. Yeah, I'm sure we did. Open, close. Okay, well, we've got it all in the end. Well, we can turn that into a waste canister. It's not going to be wasted. Haha. And once all this is out of here, which it is, it should be in here, 41 moles, and the oxygen should be in there, 20 moles. We don't have to run this anymore. That was incredibly quick. And now let's rip this up and go to the next phase of our plan, which is we want to suck the hydrogen out of here. We want to blow it into this room here. Actually, before we do, let's check to make sure we got the right pipe. Yep, 41.1. We're going to blow it into this room, and we're going to then suck it up using this thing here. And while we're doing that, we're also going to run cobalt through the furnace. And that should put a lot of hydrogen in the furnace. We'll have both hydrogen and nitrous in the furnace. It should all react. We'll have some hydrogen left over at the end, which might not be good, but okay. And yeah, that'll create a huge burst of pressure and temperature, which should allow us to do our invar. So we can close this now. We want to get our invar ready to go. Yeah, because we're going to have to run this thing as well. But we'll get our invar in there. There we go. It's all done. Okay, so we got 600 Kelvin in there. Okay, so let's do this. Everything closed? Yep. Okay, good. We'll blow out. We'll empty that pipe out. What? We'll empty this pipe. Yep, it's all emptied. That's good. Now let's get our drill.
Power low.
It's all currently in the atmosphere that we're standing in. Well, why did that not work? Okay. So right now on every square we've got 10.3 moles of hydrogen, which is going up in temperature, but that's because it's exposed to that thing. Okay, let's get this thing here. Oh, I stuck my invar in. Okay, that was dumb of me. I've got to run the cobalt through first. Okay, anyway, I've done the order wrong. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's turn this on. Let's run this cobalt in. And then we should get a huge burst of temperature and pressure in there. Cobalt should come out the other side. We're done with that cobalt. Get there, and now we stick the invar in. Well, it's now reagent mix, but it should still, we should still get it all back. It shouldn't be a problem. It's okay to make mistakes like that. Okay, and once we get the pressure and temperature up, temperature's soaring, but it's the pressure that's the problem. So we're going to have to run this thing and get the pressure up. The temperature's too high for invar, believe it or not, but there's still plenty of nitrogen and hydrogen in there that still hasn't reacted yet. Okay, once we get to 18 megapascals, between 18 and 20 megapascals, and we need the temperature to be below 1227, between 927 and 1227. So there we go, we're at our 18 megapascals. We should be oh gosh, it's not dropping fast enough. It is, yep. So in this window here, we'll see can produce invar. There we go, invar done. And now we need the pressure to get to 20. It's already at 20. Okay, we got to be quick. We want to go boom, boom, and we want to chuck this stuff in as well. And we want to get our constantan. Now, one thing we're going to want to do, chuck that there, is we want to snip this pipe here, because this pipe here is connecting it to the outside, and that'll be cooling the furnace down unnecessarily. And this should be fine now. There we go, constantan done. Okay, now we do all our steel. That's all we have left to do. We just chuck it in. We might do it in two separate, so we have a 200 in one machine, 200 in another machine. That should be fine. We can start making our electronics printer mod immediately. And hopefully we've got a vacuum in here now. This will be steel in just a second. Yep, we do. We can turn that active vent off. There's our steel. Cool, 200 steel. Let's start on the next batch of steel. Let's turn this off. That's not needed there anymore because we have a vacuum. And let's get all this stuff in. Get our last lot of steel. Our light just ran out of power. It's fine, it's not our soup battery. And cool. Finally, there. We get our second batch of steel. Okay, cool, done. Okay, now we need to race into here. First thing I want to do is get my light back on because I can barely see at the moment. We'll switch both these out. Okay, and we want to get that tank and some insulated pipes building as soon as possible. Oh, we need copper in the machine. Oh my god, how did that happen? Okay, pull this out. We'll put the solder back in. Copper. Okay, and insulated tank. We only want one of them. It's building insulated tank. We've got this. Yeah, this is a problem. Okay, now in this machine here. Oh, so sorry. In this machine here, we're going to make electronics printer mod. So we need, what is it? Electrum, constantan, and steel. We actually don't need the invar in there. Okay, we'll leave that out. Where's our constantan gone? It rolled over there. Silver, we don't need in there. We need constantan, and we need that other batch of steel, which is on me right now. So there we go. Oh, we've made our insulator. So we're going to make the electronics printer mod, and now we just need some insulated pipes. Pipes, there we go, insulated pipes, and we just need enough of them. We're going to want a lot of them eventually, but we just need enough to do our thing outside. I think we're going to need about 3 to get to where we want to get to. Okay, let's get out here. Let's rip this pipe here up. Let's shove some insulated pipes. No, we're going to need 4, is it? We want to go there. And the last one goes that way into a tank. Okay, so let's stop building these pipes now. We'll get the rest of this stuff sorted out later. That just keeps building the mod. The mod takes forever, so Not a problem. Let's get outside and let's get that tank set up. Yeah, we're okay for oxygen and stuff. We're just doing one quick job out there. Let's hope a storm doesn't hit at this exact moment. That would be terrible. Okay. Oops, I thought I pushed J. I didn't. J for jetpack. And we want to go like that. There we go. And now we get back inside, get evacuated, and then run that volume pump. That's what we want to do. Yeah, until we get a purge valve, that's going to make some horrible noises. But not our priority right now. The pressure of that thing is fine. It's not actually an issue. Okay, and now we just run the volume pump and we get all these furnace gases. What is it, 994 degrees and dropping, and we get it into this thing here, and it should all be going into that tank up there. And that's the idea. We've got some hydrogen left over in there. That's fine. We can use that. And we save as much of it as can. It's going to drop as the pressure drops. So we might only end up with like 950 degrees or something like that. But that's still great. That's still 300 degrees more needed than we need for steel. So fantastic. We've managed to save our gases, and we can use them later on. Okay, we've got some pipes here. We've got a bit of a mess here that needs to be sorted out, but I think the next thing we're going to want to do, we've got more pipes here, is, well, we're getting our mods. That's definitely needed, but I want to get the steel out of here, and I want to put it into there, and I want to make a bunch of walls. Kit walls, and we're going to need some frames and, yeah, some frames and sheets as well. Yeah, we need to deal with the health critical problem. This mod is almost done, so I want to get this tool printer upgraded really quickly and start on the next mod, which is our tool printer mod. Oh, why am I getting achievements? I've done all these things before. But anyway, there we go, tool printer mod. And this will let us get some much better toys, which is what we want. This can be just closed for now. We're making the walls so we can do a base upgrade sooner rather than later. We've got extra stuff here that we're going to need to work with, but yeah, we'll clean up this mess later. I am dying. I'm going to have to deal with that problem as well. But we are making a tool printer mod. I want to make a couple of chutes actually as well. So I'll get the rest of these done later. What we want to do is get a couple of chutes first. So anyway, I think this is where we're going to end this episode here. I want to go and eat and drink. I might do that between episodes. You don't need to watch me eat and drink. It's not exactly difficult. I'm going to be eating and drinking and probably making a few extra things, and then I'll start the episode. So I'm going to get this here and there, and hopefully we can that'll work for us. And then yeah, we're going to be making an arc welder. That means we need the invar in here. Oh, how do we get it in there? Yeah, we can get stuff in there. That's fine. And yeah,
Air tank low.
air tank low. It's yeah, we're going to deal with that. That's the very next problem to deal with is the air tank low problem. It's fine. We've got a 9400 tank here still. Anyway, so thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the series still. And yeah, come back and see what happens next. So as I said, thanks for watching. And of course, bye for now. Yeah.